Hello, welcome to the talk. I would like all of you to, shall I unmute all of you all? But you have the option to mute it whenever you want to. I hope I'm audible enough for everyone.
Yes, Vimala, audible.
Okay. Do I need to talk louder? No.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Fine, okay. Thank you for coming in. There's a little chat window at the bottom of the screen, which I would like you all to type in your questions, if any, because I will go answer all your questions at the end of the talk. I will begin my talk in a few minutes. We'll wait for some more guests to come in. Most of you must be familiar with our center, the Dubai Herbal and Treatment Center, where we offer holistic treatment, individualized treatment, and solutions to all our patients. I'm working in Dubai Herbal Centers and I'm specialized in classical homeopathy. I graduated from the homeopathy college in India back in Bangalore. And ever since I've been working in Dubai, the special areas of interest where I focus on are usually respiratory allergies, respiratory complaints, skin complaints, menopause and menstrual irregularities, digestive complaints, irritable bowel syndrome, children's issues, especially, and also the stress and other related symptoms. Let's begin our talk now. Just yes. I selected stress as my topic today because in my practice in Dubai Herbal Center, I have found that about 50 to 60% of my patients come in the clinic and they themselves express, I have been stressed. I have a stress headache. I cannot sleep. I find it very difficult to travel. So all the symptoms are, quite common in most of the patients. Other than that, recently, ever since we have been at home, I have found this is a common topic among many people because the sudden change in the living of many people have made them uncertain about the future. And it is quite normal as a human being to be a little cautious and to express symptoms of stress. So I thought, why not let me talk about this topic and my experience, and especially how I manage it as a homeopathic practitioner. Now, what is stress? All of us undergo some sort of stress in our life. It may be a positive stress or a negative stress. Now, positive stress is stress which drives you to achieve something, and that's a good stress. But when stress is so much that it interferes in your day-to-day activities and gives rise to certain symptoms, and then when you want to seek help from a doctor, then definitely it's not a good type of stress. So stress in the body is a response to a change in circumstances. As long as life is going on smoothly, everyone is happy, but suddenly there's a change. It might be a different case in different circumstances, which I will tell you later on. And when we are exposed to these changes and unable to adapt to these changes, we come up with many physical, mental, or emotional expressions. Now, physical expressions of stress can be headache, insomnia, or even irritability, anger. Sometimes you may come across people who are always, highly agitated. But I think we as homeopath understand perhaps this person is undergoing through some stress or some mental physical complaints. When the patient comes to me and says, I have this headache which comes at the same time every day, no matter what I do, and it's going on and on for so many months. Even on the weekends, it's the time when I get relief, and then when I probe into the history, I know the cause of the stress. So I just don't look only at the stress symptoms, I also try to find out the reason for the stress. Okay, so this is what I already told you, the words what we often hear in our clinic. Now there are various expressions of stress which I already went through already. Some stress is a feeling of discomfort, and what it expresses it as can be anxiety, fear, agitation, irritability, or just an inability to cope with the changes around us. You seem fed up and you feel I cannot go on anymore. So this long lasting stress can cause such complaints in the mind, which definitely you must seek treatment for this. Causes of stress, all of us know about it, but let me just run through it fast. Causes of stress can be any change in the lifestyle of a person. It can be sometimes a joyful occasion also. A new baby coming into the life of a family can bring about certain stressful changes, like the parents undergo so many nights where they don't sleep, and they have to adjust to the new child. There are mothers who can who go through postpartum depression also. So even a joyful occasion can be stressful. At the same time, when you lose a loved one, or someone is undergoing some critical illness which goes on and on for so many months, it plays a very stressful role in the caretaker. The caretaker will be constantly stressed looking after the sick person. Students come to me asking for medicines for good performance in exams, so that they can, remember all those things and get a good A grade in the exams. Stress can be for most of the workers when they have deadlines and when they have to perform well. So, and nowadays we know that the general sense of uncertainty going around us might be bringing about stress in many people. So, what I want to tell is stress is not only experienced by older people, it is experienced in all walks of life. Even a child, when he enters into a nursery school, will undergo certain stress in its life, separation from the parents, and he wonders what is happening. He's going into a totally different environment. Because I deal with a lot of children and I see the reactions in children, how their immunity level drops when they enter school. Of course, there are many reasons, but today, because I'm talking about stress, I'm focusing on stress per se as one of the causes. Also, in children who are suffering from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and ADD, usually in homeopathic case taking, it is not only I take the history of the child, I go deep into the mother's history even before she conceived this particular child. I ask her, where were you, what were you doing, and during the pregnancy, how was your health? And after, even during the lactation period, it's very important to know the mother's state of health or maybe even the father's state of health, because though the caretakers of the child and how they react with the child is very important for me to know one of the causes which why this child is behaving like this. There are cases which I have, because I have studied in India, so I've seen cases where congenital blindness in a child, or a child who's born with blindness, and when the physician probes into the history of the mother, usually and we have found evidence that in the third month of pregnancy, this mother underwent a tremendous some sort of shock. So that then we link that to the cause. We give a medicine, and definitely the child improves. Definitely the sight may not come back, but other parameters start improving. Now we know that stress can be acute. By acute, we mean stress which is there from a short time. Now, acute stress can cause symptoms like headache, irritability, insomnia. Okay, and this acute stress, as it is short term, it can be it a person can overcome the stress very fast. Once that triggering factor is removed from his life, he becomes normal again. But if this continues for a very long time, and it also depends from person to person, sometimes a person may not come out of this acute stress at all. It plays on his mind all the time. And in other people who are strong enough to come out of this acute stress, even when they are faced with another such episode, they react even worse. So it is important to know that if at all you feel any discomfort in your life, please take measures to rectify it now, because life will throw stresses at you every now and then. So, and in certain genetic conditions like anxiety, neurosis, etc., there is a tendency for the people to go into depression, tendency to suffer from insomnia, and long-term effects of stress. When there's constant stress, it can cause physical complaints like hypertension and digestive issues like gastric ulcers. We all know that everything is related to stress. Digestive issues like gastric ulcers, fertility issues, there can be flare up of asthma in children, definitely. But again, I am stressing, it is stress is not the only cause. There are multiple factors: environmental cause, exposure to pollutants, the lifestyle factors, the diet of the child. These are all other considerations which, of course, we have to consider in order to have a holistic treatment. Then even eczema can be linked very much to the stress. Sometimes there is a flare up of eczema in the pubertal age of children when they undergo changes in the hormones. Or sometimes the psoriasis, we very well know it is a psychosomatic disease, that it is definitely related to the mind. Some disturbance in the mind cause flare up of the skin complaints. And there are certain people who express stress as pains, headaches, constant neck pains. Of course, history taking is very important. We have to see the age of the patient and other factors at the same time. Now you can notice that there are certain in the slides there are certain points I have marked in red. I have marked this in red because today I am talking specially about the homeopathic perspective of stress. So all these words are very important to me. That's why I have marked this red. And for you to know how I work as a homeopathic physician, that's why I'm putting stress on these words. Now, for me as a homeopathic physician, I try to find out the disposition of the person. Why there is a person when I go through the lifestyle, it is not that I just listen to, okay, you have headache, you have pain, I need to go to the cause. I need to find the cause. And sometimes I find in a person's life there's a lot of disturbance, but still he is very calm. Another person, for small trivial issues, there is an overreaction. But this is nothing. There's nothing wrong in this reaction. It is the basic disposition of the people which makes them react like this. So for me, as a homeopathic physician, I go into the how it happened, why it happened, and when it happened, which helps me to understand you more. So now that I know that you are suffering from some stress, there's a cause for it. I found out the cause, I found out your disposition, I found out your reactions. I will, before giving my remedy, I also stress on general management of stress. So general management of stress, we all know, and we all must be doing some sort of stress management now. Some of us may be playing a lot of sport, exercise. Some of you must be good at yoga. Some of you may be finding relief in meditation, deep breathing, prayer. Of course, it gives you a lot of soothing. And generally what I tell my patients is, what makes you feel better? What makes you feel at peace at yourself? So some of them say, I like music. I find joy in painting. I find joy in gardening, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of hobbies. So please pursue them. Or journaling. Suppose you're a person who do not like to communicate much. You're a little introvert person. Then why don't you jot down your all your problems in a journal which is personal for you, so that you can let go of those built-in emotions and you can feel much lighter. In spite of then doing all this, along with this, of course, I recommend a homeopathic remedy. So now I try to find the cause and the conditions which cause this stress in your life, and then I go on to prescribe a homeopathic remedy for you. Now this homeopathic remedy is very special for you, because homeopathy, the principle of homeopathy is an individualized single remedy. Okay, and that is why your symptoms are very important to me. When you tell me your symptoms, it helps me to, the more you are open and you tell me the way, what might have caused it, it's the better the homeopathic remedy I can select for you, which will be curative. Coming back to the topic of homeopathy, already you got a glimpse of how I approach a case. It is not only for stress, but for most of the cases, this is a detailed approach what we go into. Homeopathy defines health as not a mere absence of disease. Yes. Just a moment, I just see what is going wrong. See, I will answer your questions at the end of the session. I am keeping time to answer your questions, okay? So just bear with me. Homeopathy defines health as not merely absence of disease, but it aims at creating a complete physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Why I'm stressing on these words is because when you are balanced as a human being, when you have a physical and a mental and emotional, equilibrium, you can deal with any type of stresses easily. And that is my job, to help you with this, to take you on the journey of life a little bit easier. And the beauty of this is homeopathic medicines are not like anti-anxiety. Okay, you have anxiety, you take an anti-anxiety medicine, or you have insomnia, you take something to bring on the sleep. No, homeopathy medicines do not suppress your symptoms. This is very important. We do not believe in anti-fever. You have fever, we give anti-fever. No, we give a medicine to strengthen the ability of the individual to deal with the symptoms. Our medicines are natural medicines which help in healing, repair, and resilience. So that's why, suppose you come to me for treatment of anxiety or insomnia, and I give you a remedy, it works well. The next time, if at all you are facing the same complaint, you yourself will notice that this time it was not that severe. The symptoms are less. Why? Because your body is already strengthened by the first dose of the medicine. As you all know, our case taking is very long. It's almost 30 to 45 minutes. And there is a saying in homeopathy, a case well taken is half cured. It is quite therapeutic when we go into the detail and we'll lend an empathic ear to our patients. I'm just giving you an example of a medicine which is top in the list of stress. It is known as aconite. It comes from a plant source. There are more than actually 50 remedies. So this is just an example. I'm going to give it to you to show how we work with our patients. Okay, aconite is a remedy which can be given for this sudden onset of panic and fear, and the person feels I'm going to die. He starts panting, the sudden attacks of panic. In fact, I have experience with patients like this in the clinic, and I gave aconite, but of course I was always constantly in touch with this patient, because I was telling her, if it gets worse, you will have to go and see your specialist and take an anti-anxiety remedy if needed. But for the good of both of us, within 2 or 3 doses, the next day she was much calmer. Then she was a pregnant woman. She went through her pregnancy also very smoothly, just with homeopathic remedies, no anti-anxiety medicines, everything was stopped. And then she delivered the baby. Even when she sends me pictures of her baby still, because she's not in the country. And even now she is able to control her anxiety. Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about just 4 remedies, homeopathic remedies, and I'm just telling you some features of these remedies so that you know how each one is different and what is the importance of differentiation for me. Aconite, as I already mentioned, is a remedy very good for acute attacks, sudden attacks of fear, anxiety, panic attacks, fear of death, restlessness. A person undergoing shock, for example, he's driving on the road and he meets with an accident, the shock. So aconite can be given during for such conditions. It will help him to calm down. Ignatia is another remedy made from plant source, and ignatia can be given for long lasting grief. Sometimes you come across people who are always sad, on the negative side, always in depression. You don't know why. I feel as if a black cloud is sitting over my head. So for such people, ignatia does wonders. And for people who are grieving the loss of a loved one or any type of loss, Bryonia is also of a plant source, a remedy from the plant source, which has got anxiety and stress with particular affinity for pains, joint pains, headaches, which arises out of anxiety. In my patients, I have given Bryonia, and also Belladonna is another very good remedy where it's got a throbbing, congestive type of headache because of the stress, maybe, and then it relieves the headaches. Argentum nitricum is a remedy for anxiety, but see the sphere of action of Argentum nitricum. It is from a metallic source, and Argentum nitricum has a sphere of action on the digestive system. Many of you must have seen, like sometimes when you are anxious, you may be having loose motions or stomach upset, some sort of discomfort in the stomach, nervousness felt in the stomach. Or there are patients coming to me who say, I hate traveling, I hate the closed plane, I have fear of travel, I don't want to go alone and travel. So Argentum nitricum works well in that. There are many other remedies, Gelsinium, like I said, there are 50 remedies, 50 and more in fact. And when I do your case taking, after I do the case taking, I sit with your case and I still work on your case after that, and I try to give you the most suitable remedy, a single remedy. And it's very important always to take your remedies from after a consultation, because there is something called dosage, there's something called repetition, there's something called remedy reaction, remedy relations, where only one remedy may not work. You may have to give a series of remedy. So please, my advice is take advice of your practitioner before, rather than self-treating yourself. So now to summarize, because we don't have too much time. So summarize is we face many challenges in life. The circumstances around life goes around us. It just continues like this. But how we react, that is important as a homeopath, your disposition, and then giving you an effective and safe homeopathic remedy which will help you in optimal functioning and help you bring about positive changes in your life is what I do in my practice. Thank you for your attention. I hope this was useful to you. Now you can unmute your phones and you can ask me questions. Let me go through the questions.
Thank you, Vimala, for your talk. I like a lot. And thank you for all the information you gave us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Any questions? I think there's a questions in the chat window. Yeah, from Sana, how to deal with insomnia due to anxiety. Okay, like I said, I'll need to do your history, because you see, you are different from another person, and homeopathic prescribing is based on individualization. I cannot tell you a remedy and it will not work for you. I need to go through your history. I need to find the cause. I need to find why you react like that, and then maybe I can help you. Ikram, since many days I have a scary feeling, a kind of fear. Yes, Ikram, nice to hear from you after a long time. Yes, for this fear, of course, we have remedies. Again, like I said, like now when you went through my presentation, you know why I stress on that you should have a consultation, because you are different from another person. Aconite, I told you about a remedy called aconite, which is a very good remedy for anxiety, but aconite may not work for everyone. Okay, aconite will work only when your symptoms match. And to do that, to help you I would suggest to you, it's better to have a consultation. Yes, any other question? Give me your number. Yeah, we will send the number to you. What strength do you recommend for stress? By Kathy. Okay, aconite. See, now while selecting a remedy, like I said, there is a potency and there is also repetition. Now there we have different potencies starting from the 6, 30, 200 and 1 m and above. Now selection of potency is also a very big chapter in homeopathic prescribing. The more when you want to repeat more often, it's safer to go for a lower potency. But suppose you have like concomitant symptoms, suppose you have heart complaints along with this anxiety, then there is a different the potency selection has to be given by the practitioner better. And it's for self medication, of course the smaller potencies are advisable. Please do not take the remedy more than what the practitioner advises you. Any other questions? Ikram, could you please call the clinic and they will give you the number. Okay. Any other questions? I hope it gave you a glimpse of how a homeopathic case taking is different from a regular case taking, and why we go deeply. Because another thing is because our remedies are proved on healthy human beings. So when they are proved on human beings, we have lot of each remedy has lot of mind symptoms: head, eyes, nose, then stomach, extremities, all the parts of the body. Suppose aconite has a listing of symptoms from the head to the extremities. So that is why we have wonderful remedies to treat stress and other mental emotional complaints.
Hi, Vimla. This is
Yes.
Asha speaking.
Yes, hello.
It's a wonderful presentation of homeopathic remedies. Do you do online consultation or on telephone consultations?
Yes, of course. Now our clinic is open for telephone consultations. Please contact the clinic. You can get the number of the clinic on the website and book a consultation. For telephone consultation, we have in-house consultations. So during Ramadan, our timings are from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So try to call the clinic during that time and Saturday, Thursday, 9 to 3 p.m.
Thank you.
Anything else? Any more questions? Is it clear? Did you all learn something today? Okay. Harish Shetty. Remedy for grey hair at early age. Okay. Yes, Harish. Do you think you have grey hair due to stress? You can unmute yourself. If it is due to stress, maybe I can give you, definitely there's a homeopathic remedy. If it is due to genetic causes, we have to probe into all that. There can be nutritional causes also. When we do the case taking, definitely we do investigations. We see the whether there is any vitamin deficiency, vitamin, all that we have to supplement. Even for stress, we do vitamin tests. We do all the necessary blood tests, and then we try to treat holistically. If a person has got digestive issues along with stress, of course we have a very good colon hydrotherapy department. We can work as an integrated system. If you have headaches, we can work with the physiotherapist or our chiropractor also. So when we work holistically and in an integrated form, we try to bring out the best treatment for you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anything else? I think most of you are fine. Ikram, I again repeat, please get in touch with our clinic. Thank you.
Yes, sure. I'll contact.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming, all of you, and hope it was a good presentation. Thanks. Bye.